Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Look who I have with me. So exciting.
Hi, I'm her sister.
So exciting. I finally convinced her to be in one of my videos. So we're going to be doing this sister tag today. She refuses to get in frame, so I do apologize if she's a little off. You're not, I'm like taking up majority of the camera.
That's because you like being on camera.
So just scoot over a little bit.
It's because this is weird.
Okay. Anyway, Golo lindo. Okay, we're going to be reading off some questions. She's going to do the reading because she doesn't want me to touch her phone. Go ahead. And we're recording on my phone.
Sure, give me your phone and I'll go through it.
I don't have any secrets. Question number 1.
Who is the younger, oldest among you?
What was that? I didn't understand the question.
Who is the youngest, oldest among you?
I'm the youngest.
I'm the oldest.
Okay, I'm 24. How old are you?
I have to say that too. Oh my goodness.
She's 26. You're not even old. We're in our
almost
prime.
30.
We're in our prime.
I'm almost 30.
We're in our prime.
What do you like about your sister? My son, that's it.
That's not something about you that I like.
That's
That's something about you that I love. Do you have something? Because you're judging me because I don't have anything.
Yeah, I like her organization. I like how she can just take something and just like make it into something pretty, and I'm like, I never even would have thought of that.
So you like my creativity?
To a degree, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I like her I don't give a fuckish attitude. I don't have that. I don't possess that. I care too much about a lot of things that I shouldn't. And so I like that she can like be very detached and just be like, I don't care.
What do you hate about your sister?
You're very judgmental. Very judgmental.
So are you?
Yeah, I'm very judgmental. But I feel like it's only to you.
You're judgmental to everyone.
I don't think I'm judgmental to everybody. Like who?
You want this to be story time?
Okay, so fine. We both hate that we're both judgmental.
What do your and you have in common? Why does
it word it like that? What do we have in common? I think we have a lot in common. I think we're very different, but we also have a lot of similarities. We get along for the most part.
Yeah, it took a while for us to get there though.
Yeah, like I feel like after you had Jackson, who's her son, we got a lot closer.
Yeah.
And she jokes that that's the only thing I like about her, but I just think that he is what bonded us more. And so I can see how you feel that way, that's the only thing I like about you, and that's like a whole different story. But I think that's just what kind of like brought us back together and like showed us like, wow, like you just gave me a nephew. Like that's wild.
Yeah, that wasn't intentional.
It wasn't on purpose. It wasn't planned. Do you want me to leave that in? Can I leave that in the video? Okay. I'm like, that's a little deep, but like that bonded us, and so we have a lot of similarities, and we butt heads a lot as kids. But I feel like once you had Jackson and we kind of both grew up, and you were kind of forced to grow up more than you already had grown up.
Yeah, we lived very different childhoods. Too.
Yeah, we didn't grow up in the same house, so
yeah. So
yeah, but we're cool now.
Yeah. No.
And Jackson brings us closer every day, that little love bug.
Says, what annoys you most about your sister?
She's a know-it-all.
It's not my fault. I know.
Okay. Anyone in the comments, she's a Leo. That's all I have to say. She's a know-it-all. And I'm emotional and I accept that.
Not even emotional. She's indecisive. Emotional.
I'm very indecisive.
Very, very. I need to say emotional like 3 times because it's like enough to fill a mansion, maybe the White House.
With how many emotions I have inside.
And then it's like there's no degree that she stops. It's just like just continues and continues. And whenever I think that she has like a cap on how emotional she is, it gets more. So
okay. Cool. All right. She's just very, what's the word I even used to you? I don't even know what I said. I got so offended by what you said that I didn't even, what did I say? Oh, know-it-all.
There we go.
She's just a know-it-all. Everything, Janessa knows best. Janessa knows the answer to everything. And if she doesn't know the answer, she's Googling the answer so she can be like, this is the answer.
What's your funniest memory together?
when we got stopped by the cops and I wanted to flash the guy so we didn't get a ticket.
Oh my god, that was bad.
Do you remember?
You were a minor.
I was so young and I was like, the cop stopped us. And you were driving or Jimmy was driving?
I didn't have a license.
Jimmy was driving, or her best friend was driving. And the guy came to the car and I was like putting down my shirt a little bit and they were like, what are you trying to do? Get him out of the ticket?
Cute.
And I was like,
and I was like, girl, put your minor poops away. She's like, how old are you? And he's like, old enough.
Did he still get a ticket?
No, but that's because his mother came out the house.
Yeah,
we were right in front of his house.
I remember.
So his mother came out and the cop was like, you know what?
You're right.
You're fine.
You're fine.
You got this.
Yeah.
With you, it's a lot of, because everything's emotional, it's kind of funny.
Do you see her I don't give a fuckish attitude? Everything that I think is emotional, she's like, that's funny that you're like crying about that. Or that's funny.
No, it's not that you're
that's funny
crying
that
about
you're
it.
sad about that.
That it's like when you broke your arm, when you were outside playing on the scooter. First off, the fact that you were riding a scooter and you broke your arm was kind of comical. Like, how did you manage to do that?
I tripped. I was riding a scooter and I hit a bump and I fell off the scooter and I broke my arm and I ran in the house and I was crying because my arm hurt and they were like laughing at me.
But the funny thing is that she runs in and instead of saying like, oh, I hurt my arm, it hurts, she's like, I did it, I put it. And we're like, how do you move your arm that much but it's broken?
But it was broken, yeah. And they thought it was funny anyways. Fine. But you see, how is that me being emotional when I'm literally saying I broke my arm and they're laughing at me?
Because she started off with words and ended up crying. Describe your sister in just 3 words. Emotional, extroverted, outrageous.
Why outrageous?
Because everything has to be like
extravagant.
Even the way she talks is like, hey guys!
3 words to describe her. Definitely know-it-all is more than 1 word. A bitch.
Wow.
Driven, messy, introverted. Okay.
What's your nickname that your family calls you?
I don't have a nickname.
Yeah, you do.
I don't have a nickname.
Yeah, you do.
No, it's like something that we get called often. Fine, I get called pork chops. So there's no explanation. There's no need to explain. Hers is whispers because she just whispers.
Originally it was Jay.
Mm-hmm.
And then Jaden, our brother, was born.
And so she's
so that got complicated.
Because he's more the J than she's the J.
Exactly.
My name were long enough to shorten. My name was only 5
We
letters.
can definitely call you Elle. We can call you Ellie. We can call you a lot of things.
But we just don't. My name's Eliza.
What's your sister's favorite game to play? You don't play games. You play games on your phone.
Yeah, I do play games on my phone a lot.
That's pretty much you had, and you go through waves. Like you were obsessed with Subway Surfers recently, and then you also have like Candy Crush, and you have that like home makeover or whatever.
My favorite game ever.
Yeah. So I mean, you have those games.
Yeah.
You like Mario Kart?
Yeah. I don't really ever see you play games.
No, I play it in private. I used to play more before I had a kid. Now I'm tired. Like before I used to play PlayStation. I used to play Call of Duty. I used to play so many different things. And now I'm just like, why would I play? I can sleep.
Yeah. Mom life.
What is your sister's favorite food and drink? She likes Dutch Bros, specifically a Golden Eagle. But she does also like anything chicken, so chicken tenders, chicken sandwich, especially if it's spicy. And then now she was always obsessed with chicken crust, Parmesan crusted chicken. Now it's Parmesan crusted steak. So that's her faves.
I wouldn't say you have a favorite drink. I feel like you drink a lot of things, like the Rebels. She drinks soda occasionally. We all drink water all the time, but
that's because we're in Arizona and we will die.
Favorite food would be ideal meal for her. I feel like would be a steak and mashed potatoes.
Yeah, I mean, my favorite thing is always home cooked. Oh, and your favorite overall, chicken parm.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Oh, and penne alla vodka. You have a lot of favorites.
I'm like, oh my gosh, yes.
And it's all chicken related.
Yeah.
Besides the steak.
That's something new though. We're trying new things.
For the first time.
Yeah.
What does your sister think about the most? Everything.
Me? Oh, because I'm an overthinker, yeah. I don't know what you think about the most. Probably your son. And like, what am I going to do today with him? Or like, did he eat, or is he pooped, is he peed?
I
would
mean,
say
that's the
Jackson's
generic
constantly on your
way.
mind, yeah.
The most generic way we can answer that question, yeah.
It's everything's always on my mind, and her son's always on hers.
Yep.
Yeah.
And my son is also on hers.
Yeah.
That's part of the everything.
I love him.
Who reads more? Me. She doesn't read. What is the thing you love to do together? Shop.
And eat.
Eats.
Yeah. Shop, eat, watch TV together. We have a lot of shows in common.
Yeah, like You, Love is Blind.
Mm-hmm. All American.
They need to come back with
Oh
that.
my gosh. But wait, did we even finish?
Maybe not. Because
I don't
when
think
You
we did.
came out.
And then we got distracted. And then Love is Blind came out and we got distracted. Back on You now. So probably after we're done, have to go back to All American.
By the time we get to All American, the new season's going to be out.
Yeah, but then we can go and watch Bel Air.
Yeah, but Bel Air is still streaming, isn't it?
Yeah, but I have to do Euphoria first, so we have to.
Yeah, that was
Euphoria? Yeah, I keep hearing, so I want to watch it.
Who is the most talented?
We don't really have talents. We have things that we're good at. Like, she's very book smart. I'm not so book smart. I'm more like, I don't know, I guess creative.
She's more on like decor and like organization.
Yeah.
And I'm more into like, let's learn, let's do what needs to be done. I don't know. What is your sister really bad at?
You're really bad at staying concentrated on one thing.
Yeah, I'm almost positive I have ADD.
Yeah, like she can't. If she's like boiling her son's milk, like trying to make her milk hot, and like talking to someone over here, the milk's gonna burn.
Yep.
Like she can't. You're not good. You can't multitask.
Oh no.
So what am I really bad at?
Making decisions.
Okay, I think you're gonna say driving. I was on TikTok yesterday and I was recording some TikTok and they were like toxic trait and it said terrible driver and I was like, wow. Shots fired.
Okay. What is your sister really good at?
School.
Organizing.
Yeah. I wish I was more like her. I wish I was more into school and like learning things. I'm not. I don't like stuff like that. It's boring to me.
And I don't like taking stuff out of a box to put it in a jar just because of aesthetic reasons.
Oh my gosh, that's so fun.
Like if my hot chocolate powder.
Oh my gosh, you literally will not let that go. This one time, she had like a cocoa powder mix and I was reorganizing the pantry and so I emptied it out. I understand that it was in a container.
That was already open.
It was already in a container. I opened the container, poured it out into a cute jar, and she's like, I don't understand why you removed it from a container to put it in a new container.
Yeah.
And I was trying to explain to her that the container that I put it in matched the aesthetic of the pantry.
One thing you can do which your sister can't.
Oh my gosh, we've been naming those things like this whole video. Something that she can do that I can't. I can pay attention to milk boiling on the stove. You can do math.
I can. I read, I do math, I pass my class.
I pass my classes. I don't get A's, I get like B's. That's true passing. B's are passing.
Yes, they are.
And my GPA is 3.4. That's amazing for me.
What's a weird habit of your sister?
A weird habit of my sister?
You only have one.
Me? One weird habit?
You only have one sister.
Oh.
What was your biggest fight?
Oh my god, what wasn't our biggest fight? As we said, we didn't get along growing up. So we fought a lot about petty stuff. I feel like our biggest fight was really deep, so I'm not gonna like go into specifics about it. But we just don't always see eye to eye. Yeah. So we fought a lot about the way that she sees things versus the way that I see things, and my opinion on things versus her opinion on things. And yeah, we're working on that.
I mean, a lot of our fights when we were younger were more about like I didn't live in a house. I was there, you kind of felt like I was trying to take up mom and and I was like,
when I was younger, I didn't really understand that, like, obviously I have to share my mom, because majority of my life I was like, it was me and my brother in the house, and then my sister lived outside of the house. So when she would come and like she would try to be with my mom, I don't think I really understood that, like, I have to share her with her.
Yeah, she would feel like my mom was either being fake towards her because I was there and now she's showing me attention, or like I was trying to steal our mother.
Yeah, but I didn't really understand, like, it's about sharing, because I didn't have to share. My dad, my brother wasn't like on my mom all the time the way that I was. So when my sister would come around, I would be like, do you have favorites, or like
wait, so you only like me until she's here?
And then she's here and you don't care about me?
And my mom's like, no, I can't stand either of you.
She's like, I just don't see her as often, so I'm just trying to spend time with her.
Yep. Yeah. Complete this statement. My sister is...
Do you have yours?
Yes.
So say yours first.
No, go.
Why do you put me on the spot like this?
I don't need you to catch any ideas.
What? Am I? My sister is an amazing sister.
My sister is an emotional, wonderful person. Very simple, very easy.
Okay. I am wonderful.
At times. In what areas are you and your sisters in the complete opposite? Every way.
Yeah.
I read, she doesn't. She organizes, I do the bare minimum. She feels like everything has to be perfect, and I'm more realistic. She's very optimistic. I'm very realistic, like I just said. She's very, I need to pack 4 weeks in advance for a 2-day trip down the block.
First of all, I packed yesterday for a trip that I'm leaving to in 2 days.
And that's the first time in your life.
And I'm very proud of myself. That is growth.
We're leaving tomorrow, like 5 o'clock in the morning. It's 11. Fine, I'll pack. And I still don't forget.
Oh God, that would give me so much anxiety.
She's very, I have to think out everything. I'm very, I'll figure it out.
I just can't let that kind of stuff go. I have to plan my life out.
She's very emotional. I'm very, it is what it is. I mean, in private, I'm emotional, but to the world, people don't see that side of me. You're just more like blunt and like outside. Meanwhile, I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry. It's okay.
Oh, okay. So this is my thing. Ready? I think I know what she means. Okay. If I am standing in an aisle and I am looking at something and you pull up behind me expecting me to move because you pulled up behind me, and don't say, hey, excuse me, do you mind if I get by? Or just like acknowledge the fact that like I shouldn't just be moving because you pulled up behind me, and I'm supposed to like make shit, like I'm supposed to move my whole shit around because you pulled up behind me without saying a peep. That's gonna bother me. And I'm gonna now purposefully stand in the spot, even though now I am done looking at the cereal. I'm gonna stand in the spot because you have to say, excuse me. And that could just be because I grew up in New York and everyone is like that. If I am standing here looking at whatever and you pull up behind me and you want to get by, that is not my job to be like, oh, I'm so sorry, I'm in your way. Fuck you. You tell me, hey, excuse me. Because what if I'm not done looking at the cereal?
Meanwhile, if I see that I'm in your way of moving, I'm just gonna move the fuck to the side. If I'm in your way from viewing, then you have to wait. Or like if I say excuse me, this is when I'll be like, oh, excuse me, and you're still in the fucking way, I'm gonna push my way through. Meanwhile, I'm just like, You're
like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm like, no, fuck that. I'm like, I'm not done looking at the cereal, so I'm standing here. And I know you're standing there looking at me like, that girl don't even want cereal. And you're right, I don't. But now it's become a petty game because you're expecting me to move without saying words, and that's just not how I roll.
Meanwhile, I don't care to be petty. I'm like, oh, you need to go? Okay.
That's probably the only way I'm petty. It's just that one thing bugs me. Like,
that's probably the one way I'm not.
Like, say excuse me. That's my biggest pet peeve. Oh my God, you just unlocked like anger in me. Because that just, I hate people like that. Like, say fucking excuse me.
Yeah. It bothers me to a certain extent, but like, I guess because I've lived several different places, it's like, I know that not everyone is trying to be rude, or I just feel like not everyone needs to take you out of your character. Mm-hmm. Like for certain things, like, okay, story time. We went to this Italian restaurant
Oh my goodness, yes.
It's supposed to be me, her, and one of our friends. We go to this Italian restaurant, and the girl comes in first, so she puts her name down and she sees her mom. So she goes to say hi to her mom or whatever. And then we get there, we say hey or whatever, and then we're waiting outside, and she's like, oh, let me just go check how long it is and make sure they put my name down. And she goes in, they're like, no. At this point, we've already been waiting 20 minutes. And she's like, it's gonna be like another 30 minutes.
The hostess had assumed that because she joined that party, that she no longer wanted to put her name in.
Exactly. Yeah. So we're like, all right, whatever. So we ended up going to Home Goods. And we set a timer for like 20 minutes just to make sure that we would be back way before the 35 minutes that she had said. We get there and she's like, hey, how much longer? And she's like, oh, I actually did not think you wanted me to put your name in again. And the girl we were with was just like, yeah, do you guys want to eat something else? And then like we left. I would have had my own section with an appetizer, with half my meal carbs. The manager would have known me by name. And we've probably gotten free dessert. No, because I worked in service industry. One mistake, I got it. But the same mistake on multiple levels, like, are you just dumb? So, yeah. Yeah. But she walked away. So I'm very understanding. I've worked in retail, I've worked in fast food, I've worked in restaurants, I've worked as a hostess, a manager, a waitress, back of house. I've worked pretty much everything you can think of. Multiple jobs at once. So you can just think about it. I would be exhausted and I would still try to give the great service that you would want when you go into a restaurant. So when I go into a restaurant, I do try to be understanding with certain things because I know it's out of your control. But that was just an idiotic decision. Again, first mistake, get it. Mistakes happen. Second mistake, you deserve to get dragged out of here. So.
Next question.
Who is the better singer? I don't sing.
I used to be in choir in high school.
Who is more introverted and extroverted?
I'm more extroverted. She's more introverted.
Yes. Yeah. And she was actually in denial.
I thought I was introverted, but I guess not. No. I'm just a homebody, so I think I associated being an introvert with being a homebody. And you can be extroverted and be a homebody.
Yep. So. Who is more talkative? Take a wild guess.
The reason why I made a YouTube channel was because my family is tired of hearing me talk all the time. I just need an outlet sometimes. I come home from work, when I used to work outside of home, when I used to work in Target, I would have that release because I could talk to like the customers, my team, you know? Now that I work from home,
nobody wants to hear you.
Nobody wants to talk to me. So I need a release. Yeah. That's what you guys are here for.
Who sleeps longer?
Me. That's only because her son wakes her up. But I'm sure if Jackson wasn't a factor, you would sleep more.
I still woke up at 9 today.
Like on your own?
Yeah.
Oh, he didn't wake you up?
No, I woke up and I looked at the camera.
I woke up. What time did I wake up today? I woke up at like 10:30. Yeah.
And I went to bed at like 3. What time did you go to bed?
Like 12. I slept like a calm 10.5 hours last night.
Who takes naps?
Oh, me. I need naps to refuel.
Exactly. So, who sleeps more?
I sleep more.
Okay. You have a favorite game from when you were kids?
Candyland.
Yeah.
Super Mario Bros. On DS.
Yes, that was definitely it. What is one thing your sibling cannot live without?
Me? Coffee.
I think you were supposed to answer for me.
Oh, I'm sorry. Scratch that. Let's rewind. You cannot live without.
I definitely can. I lived like that for like 2 years.
Okay.
You cannot live without face and hair care products.
Taking care of your hair and your face is very important. But that's true. If you took away all my hair care and my face care stuff, I'd probably be very depressed. Yeah.
Coffee, you'll be tired, but you take more naps.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just crazy how much you know me. I want to put that out there.
What is one thing your sibling might not know about you?
Ooh. Secret. I don't know. I feel like I'm very open. I feel like you're the one that kind of, even though I don't talk about my feelings ever, I feel like I'm more open than you are. I feel like you keep more things to yourself.
Yep.
But just in our scenario, like between the two of us, I feel like I'm more open than you are. So I don't feel like I don't have secrets that you don't know. When I miss an ex, I'm like, hey, I miss this person. You know? Whereas like, if I hear those words come out of her mouth, I'm like, hold the fucking phone. Let's talk about this.
One thing you might not know about me is that when I was growing up, I was actually very jealous of you. It was for multiple reasons. One was the fact that you lived with mom.
Yeah.
So I felt like mom kind of just
Threw you out.
bye. But it was also because like growing up, things were just so much easier for you. Like nobody thought the worst of you. For me, it was like off rip. Everybody just thought the worst. Like I don't know. Like yeah, my actions didn't help growing up, but even from the very beginning, it was like nobody expected the best from me.
No one gave you the benefit of the doubt.
No,
Yeah.
everyone always assumed that I was going to be doing the worst. So it was like, in order for me to even do anything, I would have to be sneaky.
Yeah.
In order for me, so it would just have to prove them right. If your sibling was an animal, what would they be?
To guess.
Nope, I have the perfect animal for you.
I wanted to be a puppy.
Nope.
For you, I would say lion.
Okay,
Yeah, like she's very like raw.
that's nice. My uncle, when I growing up, my uncle called me a pit bull.
Pitbull, yes, that's a good one. That's a good one.
You're not gonna like it. So, do you want to cry now or later?
Say it.
Hyena.
Because of the way I laugh.
Because you're loud as fuck and all you do is laugh. That's you.
I take it and I'm not offended. I take it, it's fine.
What's your sibling's favorite ice cream flavor? Chocolate chip. And butter pecan.
Cookies and cream. Ooh, butter pecan, I forgot I like that one.
How could you
I
forget?
don't know. That's a good one, that's a good one.
Is there anything you don't like doing together?
What don't we like doing together? I was quick to answer that.
Oh my goodness.
I feel like there's something that I don't like doing with you. There's things that I'd prefer not to do with you. But I feel like we do a lot together.
We don't do a lot together.
Yeah, we do. We shop, we eat. That's a lot. That's half of my life. Shopping and
That's
eating.
all you do.
Yeah, that's a lot to me.
Um,
Well, I don't do like activities with her and her son together. Like if they go to like Giggles or like the park, I don't do that with them.
or to the zoo.
Yeah, I don't
or
like
to
doing
the
stuff like that.
aquarium, or to the.
I do like the aquarium.
There's a mermaid exhibit coming out in the aquarium that I'm gonna try to finagle mom into going.
I'd go. If mom doesn't go, I'd go. I'd go if mom goes. But
Okay. Who was your first crush?
Alex. Do you remember him?
I do. Have you seen him recently?
Mm-hmm.
You still feel the same?
Not my type now. I was a kid. I had a childhood best friend that I had the biggest crush on.
I don't think I had one.
A crush?
This is the gossip blonde girl, mind you.
Me and my mom are always gossiping together. We call it bochinche.
Yeah, that's gossip in Spanish.
Yeah, I know. But for my people who don't speak Spanish on YouTube,
Who is more passionate about studies?
her.
What type of film genres are your favorite?
Rom-com.
That's all she watches.
Rom-com. And well, just comedy by itself.
No, you're rom-com. She likes the movies where the girl gets rejected by the guy, and then the guy rethinks life and goes through a whole struggle, and then the girl and the guy end up back together, and then it's the end of time. Happily ever after, sunshines and rainbows with butterflies and roses.
She likes horror movies. I could not. No.
I like comedy. I'm not a huge fan of rom-com, but I do love horror movies.
Okay, guys, that's it for us. Make sure you guys comment, like, subscribe, share. Tell me if you guys want to see my sister more on my channel. We have to like bribe her into it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video.